What is up, guys? A very good morning and welcome to a new daily market outlook. So starting off with the dollar index moved exactly into that liquidation zone, which I mentioned in yesterday's outlook, took out the low and boom, straight away that reversal in towards the upside. So for the day ahead, what am I looking at? Well, we are looking at potential further downside from the dollar index, causing ultimately euro dollar, pound dollar, and all these other pairs to move slightly higher. As of now, the lower time frame structure here on the dollar index is still bearish. We can clearly see that impulse in towards the highs, the pullback, break of the high, pullback, break of the high, and then boom, what happens? We fail to put in a new high, break of the low, pullback, break of the low again, right? Pullback. And now just moving up in towards supply, reacting from there, and now I'm waiting for one more push in towards the downside before potentially looking for a new long on the dollar index, kind of forming out this descending channel over here. So that is the dollar index for you. Looking at it from a 4-hour perspective, we still have this clear sell before the buy zone that I'm keeping my eyes out for. But yeah, good to see that this area of liquidation has already played out. And sorry for the lighting up by the way, guys, not the best lighting today. Moving over in towards Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar, moved up higher, pretty much as expected and as explained. You guys know we have had a 4-hour change of character upon the break of this high over here. So what am I waiting for the day ahead? Well, further upside, looking of course for 4-hour supply to get hit. So ultimately either this zone or this higher zone over here, pretty much this buy before the sell, or these wicks over here, because on the lower time frame, if we go in towards the 4-hour, or excuse me, the 1 hour, I just need to adjust that zone so that it shows on the lower time frame as well. Because if we look at the 1 hour, you can again see it's the wicks. If we look at the 15-minute, then you'll again see it's the wicks. So it's not the strongest. I thought there was going to be some buy candles over here, buy before sell. It's not the strongest area of supply, but it could potentially give us a reaction. So I will keep my eyes out. Looking at it from a 4-hour perspective, we are still looking for the downside. From Aussie dollar, it is of course very normal that after a big impulse in towards the downside, we're waiting for a pullback before further downside continuation. Now, what am I looking for? Ultimately, what I want to see is this 4-hour candle to close below this high, because what does this mean? Then the candle after it breaks that high, this is your change of character low. Then what happens? We react either to this supply zone or this supply zone, break that 4-hour low, pull back further downside continuation, and then that will on the 15-minute be the 15-minute trend playing out beautifully. As we can clearly see, we're having further upside movements the entire time. Just following order flow. Overall, if we look at this entire sell before the buy, you can see it tap in towards this area of demand, push up. Then again, this entire, from a 15-minute perspective, this entire sell before the buy, again, move out of this sell before the buy, tap back in, and then further upside movement. So we've seen another break of structure over here on the 15-minute, meaning that this is now our swing low. What I would love to see is just slightly further upside continuation one more time, in line with kind of like that dollar index downside, then tap in towards here, then push downwards, give us that 4-hour change of character, and then of course I will be looking for sells. So a potential sell upon the start of the EURUSD session, taking out this Asian range high. That's pretty much what I'm looking for for the day ahead. Now moving over in towards euro dollar. What are we looking for from euro dollar, guys? Looking at it from a 4-hour perspective, we can clearly see that we have been seeing that further upside once again. Change of character over here on the 4-hour. So pretty much the 4-hour swing and 4-hour change of character structure is in line with one another. So potential further upside is now in play. We can see that we came from this area of demand. We have these two imbalanced candles which we're currently responding to, and we are now looking to reach kind of the same zone as on Aussie dollar at this supply zone or this supply zone before seeing another potential bearish reaction. Because remember, guys, the daily is still bearish, and we have seen a daily change of character which is also bearish, so potential downside is still in play. Going in towards the 15-minute time frame, because this is of course an important entry time frame, we could see that there was an early entry over here during the start of the London session. If we quickly draw in the Asian range and Asian session low, we can clearly see that we took out excuse me for the lighting, guys. We can clearly see that we took out the low of the Asian range, tapping towards this beautiful area of demand, liquidation upon this low, and now further upside movement. So this was a very nice long this morning. As you guys can see, yesterday evening we took out this high of this range, which is on the 4-hour time frame, a beautiful wick. So we can clearly see, or it's not a beautiful wick, my apologies, but it is the wick that I was looking for liquidation to occur from in yesterday's video. So yeah, we saw liquidation of that high, then a downside push. So for the day ahead, what am I waiting for? Well, I'm waiting for further upside on euro dollar, potentially one more push up, take out this high, and then let's see how we respond, because I am kind of looking for further downside movement despite the 4-hour being bullish. This is because of the overall daily structure being bearish. Also, with that daily change of character, there is a high probability of us moving down lower in towards that strong daily area of demand, and also aligning with the overall weekly area of demand. So just keep it in mind. And the light's back. So yeah, guys, again, just looking at it from a 15-minute perspective, let's just follow the 15-minute trend for now. That is going to be key. Expecting further upside movement, and then once the dollar index hits demand, then we'll wait and see if we can grab any shorts, preferably of course a push into some 4-hour order block. That's going to be yeah, very preferable. Now moving over in towards pound dollar, looking at pound dollar from a daily perspective, what can we see? Well, overall, of course, a bearish change of character, but coming from daily demand, and we still have this daily demand located over here, which is fresh. Going in towards the 4-hour time frame, I am keeping my eyes out, guys, for a potential kind of like ascending channel over here with further upside movement, and then kind of like a sell-off in towards the downside to happen. But yeah, let's see. I mean, pound dollar does move more independently from the dollar index. I'm not really looking at the dollar index for this one, but for now, yeah, for the downside is kind of still in play. If we can take out this high, then I'll definitely be looking for further upside into this order block over here or this order block over here. Now going in towards a 15-minute time frame, 15-minute is bullish. 15-minute responded beautifully pretty much to this refined area of demand over here. Coming back down again, pretty much. Why is it coming down? Well, there's no liquidation in this move over here, so it is very likely that we're going to take out this low and then see that potential reversal. So yeah, that's pretty much that. If we take out this low, then the internal structure will break, because pretty much the internal structure is like this. So you are of course expecting 50-minute swing structure, internal break of structure, right? All the structures aligning for the upside. The daily is ready for a pullback, it seemed. Let me just go back to the daily real quick. Oh no, daily, excuse me, also had a bearish change of character, so keep that in mind. But the 4-hour had a the 4-hour is also bearish change of character wise. Sorry guys, my mistake. So it is risky taking these longs, but if we look at it from a 4-hour perspective, I would not be surprised if we do move higher, because of course the 4-hour swing structure is bullish. But we still have these equal lows down here, which I would love to target over here. And sorry guys, I have to bless myself. But I'm looking for to take out these lows, potential tap in towards that 4-hour demand if kind of like this structure over here holds. If we take out this high, then I'll be looking for a long on the 15-minute. For now, it's kind of like a little bit contradicting what kind of trade we want to look for, but it does look more probable that on the short term, we are going to see further upside. Let's just see how the 15-minute kind of like swing structure reacts. If we can take out this low, then I'll be looking for a long. Yeah, pretty much in line with the overall 50-minute swing structure. Premium versus discount tool real quick. And you can see, okay, we're at the 50% mark. So yeah, beautiful to go along from here for now. Yeah, once we of course take out this low, tap in towards this demand zone, then you want to see the 15-minute structure shift again. So yeah, that is pound dollar. Moving over into gold. So gold from a daily perspective, what are we looking for? Well, still looking for the upside, still looking for this high to get taken out. Looking at it from a weekly perspective, yeah, still we reacted to this weekly demand, so it is likely. I mean, this low held, so I am looking to kind of like grab the liquidity above this trend line. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting for, guys. Further upside on gold is still very probable. Looking at it from a daily perspective one more time, yeah, I mean, we've been like stalling in this buy before the sell-off, right? That's where we're stalling, and why we're not really kind of like seeing that same momentum as we saw last week. But yeah, let's just keep in our mind what's happening in the world. We saw Israeli rockets be fired at Lebanon in the south at journalists. So that brings extra additional uncertainty in towards the market and the potential for the market and especially gold to move up higher. So if we get any updates on what's going on, then we'll see, of course, that further push up. For now, just kind of like stalling over here, but I am definitely still looking for that further upside. By the way, guys, this is kind of like the wicks that I'm looking for on Aussie dollar and euro dollar. That is forming demand and is keeping gold from stalling or from moving up, because if we then go in towards the 1 hour or the 50-minute, on the 1 hour you'll see it's the sell candle. So that's why I always also keep in mind that there is potential demand located inside of these wicks. Preferably, of course, you always want to go long from, for example, this area of demand. But yeah, it is gold. It is kind of like news related, right, this week or this month or the upcoming months. So yeah, don't kind of rely on gold pulling back too much. So yeah, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic day. If you have any questions, just make sure to join the Discord link in the description down below, and wish you all a fantastic day. Thanks, guys.